All right. Getting ready for the first serve here. Working through some new equipment. Hopefully the sound is better than it has been. So starting it off with Ashley Brewer. She goes over to Nelson. Courtney Brewer outside to Pede. She sends it over. Lands in front of Schwartz. First point of the night will go to the Huskies. Huskies come into the evening with a record of 11-7. Facing the Viborg-Hurley Cougars, who come in tonight with a record of 3-12. These two teams actually did play each other back at the beginning of the season in the Irene Wakanda I Have a Dream tournament. The Huskies were able to win that match in 2 sets. Scores of 25-13 and 25-8. So Huskies are looking to get another win here against Viborg and set themselves up nicely as we start heading into the closing portion of the season. Ashley Brewer will continue to serve. Graves to Van Orsdale. That's hit over that time by Huth. Dug by Kolbaum. Set outside to Pede, and that is in front of Schwartz once again. 3-0 now in favor of the Huskies. Deep that time. Schwartz pops it up. Set outside to Hu. She goes all the way across court, but that ball is out. That ball bounces up into the stands. Good way for the Huskies to get going here this evening. Nice run by Ashley Brewer, which we've seen several times this year. Huth once again, and that went over the block of Heiritz and Brewer. Ashley Brewer will take a seat. Hannah Neerman comes in for her. Missed starting lineups here this evening. It's for the Huskies. It's Ashley Brewer, Bentley Kolbaum, Sarah Schmitz, Natalie Heiritz, Grace Pede, Courtney Brewer, and the libero, Hannah Neerman. Pede tips that one over, able to stay out from in the net. Pushed over by Van Orsdal. Ran down by Neerman. Heiritz with the quick there. That is a kill for Natalie Heiritz. Her first swing of the evening. Able to get the kill. Madison Binger checks in. She replaces Sarah Schmitz. Courtney Brewer now on the serve. Nelson sends it up to the front row, blocked by Heiritz. Cougars able to keep it alive. Courtney pushes outside to Pede. She goes line that time in front of a diving Nelson. Good kill for the senior, Grace Pede. 6-1, Huskies lead. Nelson up to Van Orsdale. She tips over. Kind of catches the Huskies sleeping there a little bit. Gets it to land in front of Kolbaum. Skonhav now serving for the Cougars. Oh, Heiritz. Great set. That all started with a great pass in the back row up to Courtney Brewer. They had that kind of set play called. They ran a quick there. And when you do that, you get no block. Heiritz able to take advantage. Caitlin Van Rokel checks in for the first time tonight. She will be serving, replacing Grace Pede. Huth off the block of Heiritz, off the net. Heiritz pops it up. Kolbaum on the outside. She goes cross court. Hit over that time by Schwartz. Neerman with the dig. Courtney goes outside to Kolbaum this time. That one off the block, dug out by Nelson. Set to the back row this time to Nelson. That ball is long. Courtney Brewer off the top of her hands. Nice hustle by Neerman. Van Rokel able to get that ball over. Good hustle by the Huskies. Heiritz pushes it back over quick. Nelson up to Hu. She'll send it short middle. Van Rokel to Courtney. Oh, off the hands of the block that time. Oh, outside. That one's tight to the net. Kolbaum able to punch that ball over. Set up by Graves. Huth takes it over. Oh, little miscommunication. They're able to keep it alive. Courtney Brewer off the top of the net, and the Huskies will win that point. Oh, my. What a point. Actually, on both sides of the net that time, but Huskies able to win that battle. Nelson, Graves pops it up. Tipped over there. Dug out by Binger. Courtney Brewer outside to Colbon. That ball's out. We've seen that a lot this season. Bentley goes up, gets those shoulders turned, tries to take it down the line. It was open. Just hit the ball out of bounds this time. Addison Huth serving for the Cougars. Nice pass by Van Rokel. Sets it to Colbon. That goes to the middle. Colbon did a great job kind of hiding herself there over by the official stand. Kind of came running, able to turn. I don't think the blockers for the Cougars saw that she was over there. Free swing that time for Bentley. And she will take advantage out of that more times than not. Oh, Schwartz goes under the net there. I'll just say that was a tight play at the net. Those are the ones as a spectator you get a little bit nervous about. Binger and Brewer both jumping up. Schwartz flying in the net. That's a lot of feet landed in a tight space. Neerman over to Graves. Oh, hit over. Kind of an awkward hit that time by Danica Gordon. And Brewer didn't really look like she really jumped for it. Just kind of stuck her hands up and just took enough off that ball that it kind of died right in front of the Husky defense. Graves checks in for Van Orsdale. Graves will serve. And that one's in the net. (11-4) now. Huskies lead early here in set number 1. Binger back to serve. Nice serve by Binger that time. Huth pops it up. Oh, Danica Gordon takes that one wide. Husky defense wisely let that one go. Nice serve by Binger. That ball had a little bit of topspin, got over the top of the net and just drops right in front of Natalia Blair, who checked in for the Cougars. Binger once again, and that one doesn't quite get over the net. Binger will check out. Sarah Schmitz checks in. On the Cougar side, Paisley Skanghoff checks in for Natalia Blair. Aubrey Schwartz, the junior, serving for the Cougars. Another good pass by Van Rokel. Outside to Ashley Brewer. Oh, good dig that time by Skanghoff. Oh, outside by Colbaum. She gets under it, pushes it over. Nelson pops it up. Cross court that time. Van Rokel with the dig. Outside again to Colbaum. She hit that in the net and then tried to kick it over. So, illegal kick or fourth hit. Either way, point will go to the Cougars on that one. Long run for Brewer. She pops it up. Brewer sends that one over to Nelson. Graves sets up Gordon. I believe that went, looked like it went off of the hands of Brewer. Yep, it did. Line judge over here on the far side, Mr. Zeller, said it did in fact go off of Brewer's hands. So point for the Cougars. 13-7 now. Oh, short serve. That ball doesn't get over the net. Grace Peed will get up off the bench and check in. Replaces Van Rokel. Did a nice job that time in the back row. I think sometimes those people who are only back row players don't get a lot of credit for all the work they do. They're primarily defensive players, which isn't always the most fun when it comes to volleyball. Not a lot of the glamour work, but nice job by Caitlin. A lot of good passes, being able to set up her hitters. Oh, nice hit by Brewer. Unfortunately, as she comes around there, she jumps over the center line. Once again, that's a call made for safety issues. That's a lot of feet landed in a close space, so you want to make sure everybody stays on their side of the line. Nelson serving for the Cougars. Schmitz to Brewer. Back set to Brewer. She goes line. That ball was in. Great play by the Huskies that time. And once again, it starts in the back row. If you can have a good pass up to your setter, it gives your setter a lot more options of where she can go, and then it's a lot harder for the defense to try and kind of not necessarily cheat, but read where that ball's going. And then your hitters get a lot more free swings, which as a hitter, that's exactly what you want. Good job that time by Kolbaum. Popped it by Pede. Pushed over by Schmitz. Graves pushes it up. And then the Cougars unable to get a second play on that ball. The hitters were kind of heading back or sitting at that 10-foot line ready to hit that time, but the setter took the first ball, so there was nobody there to take that second one. And Ashley Brewer gets an ace. See if Ashley can put a little run together like she did in her first serve rotation. There's 2 in a row. Two aces. Let's go for 3 of a kind here, Ashley. What do you say? Well, Graves able to get that one. Nelson will send it over. Kolbaum up to Brewer. Sets up Heiritz, and that ball is out. That was close, but it was outside line, says the line judge, Mr. Zeller. Matea Van Orsdal checks in for the Cougars. On the other side of the net, Neerman came in for Ashley Brewer. Van Orsdal will serve. Good pass by Kolbaum. Brewer all the way outside to Heiritz. That went off the hands of the Cougar block. Set to Huth that time, I believe. She reaches over the net. Yep, she reached over top of the net. As a defensive player, you have to wait till the ball crosses the plane of the net before you touch it. You cannot reach over. Now, your hand can reach over the net if you've touched the ball and you're continuing to push it over, but you have to wait for that ball to actually break the plane of the net. Huth did not allow that to happen. Therefore, it's a violation. Point for the Huskies. Good swing that time by Nelson. That ball is deep. Neerman wisely lets it go. 20-9 for the Huskies. Courtney Brewer serving. Nice job. I think Graves got in the way of Schwartz that time. Schwartz kind of lost it there a little bit. Ace for Courtney. Another good serve that time. Oh, sent all the way back over the net by Schwartz. She kind of smiles. That was not actually her intent, but that's not one as a defensive player you expect a lot of the time. Bentley Kolbaum unable to make a play on that ball as it came over. Natalia Blair checked in for the Cougars. She's now serving. Brewer sets that one to P. That one's just out past the end line. (21-11) now. Blair pounds the ball into the ground. She sends it over. Good pass by Neerman. Courtney sets up Heiritz. Good tip that time, dug out by Nelson to keep it alive. Huth sends it over. Neerman to Brewer. Heiritz with the big swing, and that one gets all the way to the bleachers. And that'll be a point for the Huskies. Substitution Huskies. Caitlin Van Rokel replacing Grace Pede. 22-11 here in set number 1. That ball's deep. Nelson pushes it up to Van Orsdal. Swung over by Huth. Oh, good job by Brewer to punch that ball up in the air. Oh, Kolbaum with the big swing, but sends that ball into the net. She's a little frustrated with herself after that play. She knew it, too. She kind of had a free swing. Couldn't take advantage. Those are ones as a hitter you kind of want back, but she'll get another opportunity. I'm almost certain of that. Huth serves. Neerman to Brewer, sets to Kolbaum. That ball goes off the top of the tape and in the middle of the Cougars' defense. Nelson in for Huth on the Cougar side. Brewer in for Heiritz on the Husky side. Neerman serving. Grave to Van Orsdal. Oh, Gordon runs it down, but Brewer keeps it on the Cougar side. Nice up by Van Rokel. Set to Kolbaum. That goes off of the Cougar block. Charlie Nelson hits it over for the Cougars. Brewer sets up Brewer. Great dig that time by Blair. What was the call? Oh, looks like the Cougars were called for in the net. So that will bring us to set point here in set number 1. Huskies leading 24-12. Neerman serving once again, and that's how it will end on an ace for Hannah Neerman. Huskies take set number 1, 25-12. We will be back after a couple commercial breaks here on Fuller Digital Solutions.
All the best sports shows, all the best games on 101.5 FM and 1570 AM for your college sports, University of South Dakota. For NHL coverage, Minnesota Wild. For NBA coverage, Minnesota Timberwolves. For MLB coverage, Chicago Cubs. And the best games in both college and the pros with the ESPN Radio featured games. Never miss out on the action.
Quality care close to home. That's Horizon Healthcare in Elk Point. For immunizations and well-child visits to family health, we're right here for all ages with convenient hours and timely appointments. Local care for you and your family makes life easier with less travel, greater personal attention, and overall wellness for life. That's Horizon Healthcare's Elk Point Community Health Center.
Welcome to Rooted Boutique, a contemporary women's and men's clothing store with 2 locations in Northwest Iowa, Holstein and downtown Sioux City. When you walk through our Rooted doors, it's all about you. Browse our collection of women's styles from cut-from-the-cloth denim, Dolce Vita, and Steve Madden footwear. Find a unique dress for your next event or a business casual look for work. Shop menswear from 7 Diamonds, Liverpool, and Mizzen in Maine, and be dazzled by our exclusive Stone and Druzy jewelry line. Visit one of our Rooted stores and experience our lounge-style dressing rooms and personal styling services, or visit us online at shoprootedinstyle.com.
Okay. I'll have to ask Kendall. I don't think we've gotten ours yet, but our mail was always... That's fine. Yeah. All right. Getting set here for set number 2 of this non-conference matchup between the Point-Jefferson Huskies and the Viborg-Hurley Cougars. Earlier today in the C game, Huskies were victorious 2-0. Huskies also victorious in the JV match 2-0. Went a little quicker than we anticipated, so we're sorry we're a little late getting on the air this evening. Unfortunately, we did not get a chance to have the National Anthem broadcast tonight. We had some singers from the 6th grade sing the National Anthem tonight. They did a fantastic job. The singers tonight were Becca Stacy, Addie Walleri, and Addie Niles. Those kids are all members of the Elementary Honor Choir from last year. Those tryouts and auditions are taking place right now for this year's Honor Choir, and that group of kids will be singing the National Anthem next week for the football game. So we'll get that broadcast for you. So nice job tonight, ladies, even though we didn't get you on the air. Shout out to you. Shout out to their instructor, Mrs. Cheryl Tatro. She does a great job with those Elementary Honor Choir kids. They're super fun to listen to. And not just those kids, but all the elementary choir kids in general. If you've never been to an elementary choir concert here in Elk Point, you're missing out. So kudos to Miss Tatro and all those young singers. Anyway, while I was talking all that, we have a volleyball game going on. Huskies did win the first point of the set. Point number 2 goes to the Cougars as Heiritz hits that one long, goes out of bounds. Skonghag, she will serve. Brewer to Binger. She goes line. Great vision that time by Binger. That back corner is open. Nelson unable to get to that. Substitutions on both sides. Blair in for Skonghag. On the other side, Caitlin Van Rokel checks in for Grace Peed. Nelson to Graves. Back to Huth, and that ball goes long. Sails over the head of Hannah Neerman. Van Rokel serving once again. Nelson to Graves. Outside to Schwartz. She roll shots middle. Great dig by Van Rokel. Pushed outside for Kohlbaum. Nice dig by Nelson to keep that ball alive. Huth will send it over, and that clips the top of the tape and just crawls its way over the net and falls in front of Heiritz and Binger. Oh, my. Not much you can do about that one as a defensive player. Huth serving for the Cougars. That ball's deep. Van Rokel pops it up. Brewer sets up Van Rokel. I don't think it was quite ready for that ball, but makes a good play on it anyway. Schwartz comes in. She goes cross. Dig by Kohlbaum. Pushed outside to Kohlbaum. Tries to tip it. That goes off the top of the net and stays on the Husky side. Knotted up in at 3 early on here in set number 2. Addison Huth continuing to serve. Nice job by Neerman to set that one up. Heiritz tips short. Schwartz came over to put a double block on Heiritz, and that leaves that front right-hand side for Natalie wide open. She was able to see it, able to put the ball there. Nice placement for the senior that time. Gordon tries to hit that ball over, but Brewer gets her hands on it. Schwartz, that one off of the block of Binger. Back set, Binger tips that one short, dug up by Graves. Oh, off the hands of Brewer that time. Van Orsdal outside to Schwartz. She runs into the standard. Cross court for Brewer. That one, I believe, hit the ceiling. Nice hustle by Nelson. Couldn't quite get there. That'll be a kill for Ashley Brewer. Neerman will keep serving. Long run for Nelson that time. Couldn't quite get all the way there. Ace for Hannah Neerman. Oh, short that time. Back set by Graves, and Gordon hits it into the block of Ashley Brewer. Oh, I apologize. I keep getting Graves and Van Orsdal mixed up here. Jenna Graves, number 4. Matea Van Orsdal, number 5. My apologies to Cougar fans listening. Okay, Van Orsdal popped that one up to Nelson. Van Rokel to Brewer, and that's a kill. That ball kind of floated up there. Good set by Courtney Brewer. Ashley Brewer able to get the kill. Looks like the Cougars are going to take a timeout. We'll take a timeout. Be back after this on Fuller Digital Solutions. All right, we are back here in set number 2. Huskies currently leading 8-3. Counting down the end of this timeout here. We got the whistle from the officials saying, all right, ladies, let's go. Neerman heads back to the service line. Gets the whistle from the official, and off we go. Nelson to Van Orsdal. She sets Schwartz. That ball goes into the net. Good run the Huskies are on here, trying to create some separation in set number 2. We were all tied up at 3, and now the Huskies are leading 9-3, so my Canton math tells me that's a 6-0 run. Schwartz pops it up. Gordon takes it over. Brewer sends that one skyward. All the way outside to Kohlbaum. Oh, she didn't put a lot on that ball, but that was a great spot. Blair, that was right on the line. She turned to her bench right afterwards. I kind of asked, was that in, was it out? It would have been in anyway. But great vision by Bentley Kohlbaum. That ball's sent over by Graves. Brewer sets up Brewer, punches that ball over. Van Oersdahl sticks her hand out. That's all she could do. She was kind of up playing defense. That back corner has been open all night. And Ashley Brewer, you know, kind of had to run a long way for that set and just kind of tap it over. She tries to go back corner, able to get the kill. Nelson to Van Oersdahl. Oh, good body control by Schwartz to get that ball back over. Oh, Huskies tried to disguise that hit there a little bit by Kohlbaum. Schwartz that time, that went off the hands of Van Rokel. Tell you what, that play that Brewer and Kohlbaum just ran, I haven't seen him run that this year. Basically what you do is Brewer goes up like she's hitting, and all of a sudden she kind of goes down, and Bentley Kohlbaum comes right over the top, trying to confuse the defense. See if they come back to that play tonight. That ball's hit into the net by Graves. Binger now serving. Good serve. Popped up by Huth. Or sorry, popped up by Peterson. I apologize. Nelson. Schwartz takes that one over to the Husky side. Van Rokel to Brewer. Oh, tight to the net. Oh, but Brewer, Ashley Brewer, when she tried to make a play, that's the second time that's happened to her tonight. Her feet cross over that center line. A lot of power behind that hit, but couldn't stop herself. Goes over the center line. Point for the Cougars. Schmitz checks in for Binger. Schwartz now serving for the Cougars. Van Rokel to Brewer. She sets outside to Brewer. Dig by Nelson. Schwartz pops it up. Nelson will push that one to the center. Van Rokel is there. All the way outside to Kohlbaum this time. And oh, that one goes off the top of the tape. She was trying to turn, go back to that deep corner. Hits it off the top of the tape, however. Good serve. Nice pass by Neerman. Outside to Ashley Brewer all the way across court. Good dig by Schwartz that time. Nelson pops that ball over. Ashley Brewer, that one off the hands of Gordon. Oh, pushed outside to Kohlbaum. Hard play for her to send it back over. Tip short. Popped up by Brewer. Back outside to Kohlbaum. Oh, one line once again, but that ball is out. Kohlbaum's getting a little frustrated with herself. She's seeing where the open spots are going. Just have a little trouble putting them there this evening. Schwartz will serve again. Schmitz to Brewer. There to Kohlbaum, and that goes off the top of the tape. Skips down the line and stays on the Husky side. You're all right, Bentley. Keep swinging. Schwartz again. Popped to Van Rokel, great pass. Set outside to Brewer. Nelson with a good dig that time. Pushed over. Outside to Kohlbaum. She sends it short in between two Cougars. Took a little bit off that ball. Able to put it right where the defense wasn't. Van Rokel takes a seat. Grace Peed checks back into the game. Nelson up to Graves. She backsets to Gordon. Kohlbaum pushes it up. Oh, just flipped up back over their head there for Courtney Brewer. I think she's acting like she tried to do that. I think that was actually just unintentional. That looked like more of a reaction, but if you ask her, she did that on purpose. We'll count it. We'll give it to you, Courtney. A little more conventional play that time for Courtney Brewer. I think Courtney just asked Ashley, why don't you just tip it over with the one hand? You just need the one. Nelson now serving for the Cougars. Oh, that clips the top of the net, but Schmitz is there. Pushed outside by Pete, off the hands of the Cougar block. Graves sets up Peterson, and Schmitz with the diving attempt. Couldn't quite get there. Kill for Peterson that time. Served by Nelson. Nice pass by Schmitz. Tipped over with two hands by Ashley Brewer. That swing by Skonhov goes into the net. Pirates back in the game. Hannah Neerman will take a quick break. Ashley Brewer now serving. Oh, Peterson sends it up. That ball's tight to the net. Oh, Pirates gets called for being over the net that time. Yep, that's point the other way. Yep. So the same thing that happened to the Cougars in set number 1 happened to the Huskies here, set number 2. Natalie's got to wait just a little bit longer, but as a hitter or a blocker, that's so enticing to just go up and make a play on the ball. Back set by Brewer to Pete. She goes cross. Nice spot. That went off the arm of Jenna Graves. Bounces up into the bleachers. Kill for Grace Pete. Schmitz comes out. Binger checks in. Courtney Brewer now serving. Oh, off the top of the tape. The Van Rokel special, as Jeff likes to call it. Ball hit out of bounds. That went off the tape and out of bounds for the Cougars. Another good serve by Courtney. Ooh, sent over that time by Van Orsdale. Backs it to Binger. She goes short. Dug up by Huth. Oh, tipped over by Graves. Courtney Brewer goes outside to Pete. Great spot. Right in the middle of that Cougar defense. Good reach that time by Grace Pete. Snaps those fingers over, gets that spin on the ball. That ball goes straight down. Punched over by Van Orsdale. Brewer sets up Pirates. Oh, no doubt about that one. Kill for Natalie Pirates. Huskies now leading 19-11. Set number 2. Nelson to Van Orsdale. She sets up. Huth sends it over. Oh, Pede goes straight corner. And when we're going to have a replay. Okay, that ball went corner. It was close. Mr. Zeller kind of had to jump out of the way. He didn't see it. We get the replay. And Courtney Brewer will get the ace that time. 22-11 in favor of the Huskies. Brewer gets the sign from Coach Loyland. Nelson to Van Osdale. Good job by Kolbaum to punch that one up. Oh, Courtney Brewer unable to tip that ball over. I think her teammates just use the one hand, Courtney. It worked so well the last time. What are we trying to use 2 for? Blair back to serve. Neerman to Brewer, sets up Pirates. Oh, just out. That's about as close as you can get without actually being in. Blair pounds the ball. She serves over. That ball's long. Neerman wisely takes that. That would have been in. Binger kind of had to slow down a little bit. Slowed down a little bit too much, I think, that time. Hits that ball into the net. Cougars on a bit of a run now. High serve that time. Brewer backs it to Pede. She tips short. Dig by Blair. Schwartz is going to go cross. Kolbaum with the dig. Oh, Courtney Brewer made a play on the ball, but she went under the net. Yeah, I think that was the right call there, Courtney. Good effort. But you got to keep your feet on your side of the line. But she did not that time, so point will go to the Cougars. Set up to Peach. She goes cross. Dig by Van Arsdale. Set over by Graves. Heiritz pops it up. Brewer's there. Ball at the net. Peach just pushes over. Nelson with the dig. Blair sends it to Brewer. Neerman pops it up. Oh, I thought that was going to hit the ceiling. It doesn't. Heiritz sends it over. Van Arsdale sets up Kuth, I believe. Oh, tight to the net. Pete punches it over. Graves sets outside to Schwartz. Tries to go cross, but that ball goes in the net. Nice rally for the Huskies. Pete will take a seat. Caitlin Van Rokel in to serve. Looking to hopefully close this one out for the Huskies, leading 21-15 in set number 2. Nice reach that time by Huth, but she hits it long. Another good serve by Van Rokel. Nelson up to Van Arsdale. Whoop. Nice swing that time by Billy Kohlbaum. Kind of had a weird looking play from Van Rokel to pop it up. Kohlbaum takes it over. She gets the kill. Cougars are going to take a timeout, and so will we. Back after this on Fuller Digital Solutions.
You ready to start a career with an exciting team? Thermobond is looking to add to our team of experts. We offer competitive wages, a positive work environment, and on-the-job training. Thermobond is headquartered in Elk Point, South Dakota, and for over 30 years we've been providing lightweight and precast solutions for multiple industries nationwide. Check us out and see if you'd like to start a new career with us today.
All right, we're back. Husky fans. Huskies currently leading 23-15 in set number 2. Huskies won the first set of the evening, 25-12. Looking to take the commanding 2 sets lead here if they can close this one out. A couple last minute instructions from the coaches. And Van Rokel gets her serving spot from Coach Loyland. Nelson outside to Schwartz. That ball goes wide. That went in between Van Rokel and Kohlbaum and out of bounds. Another good serve by Van Rokel. Passed up by Nelson. Van Orsdal sends it over. Set outside to Kohlbaum. She tries to put that ball away. Heiritz tips it over. Great dig on the swing by Kohlbaum from Nelson, but it went right back over the net. Heiritz lets it cross the net that time before she taps it down, so the Huskies win the point. We'll take a commercial break and be back after this on Fuller Digital Solutions.
If you're considering a new roof, you want to put your roof in the hands of Dave's Roofing. Dave's Roofing specializes in residential roofing and has over 10 years of experience. Dave's Roofing covers any job from a 60 to 80 mile radius of Sioux City and has a 10-man crew that completes most jobs in one day. Dave's Roofing will make sure the cleanup job is done right afterwards too. And the products installed are impact rated and eligible for homeowners insurance discounts. Look up Dave's Roofing on Facebook and check out the work that's been done and customer testimonials.
Get your wellness on track with the Elk Point Athletic Club. With affordable rates and convenient 24/7 access, the Elk Point Athletic Club makes it easier than ever to ditch those stubborn extra pounds and get back on the path to better health. With free weights, machines, ellipticals, treadmills, stationary bikes, and more, you'll find what you're looking for at the Elk Point Athletic Club. Text or email Eric today. Every day, life throws its challenges our way. It might be sitting at a desk too long, or picking up the kids, or simply everyday wear and tear. Over time, these moments can misalign our bodies. The doctors at Heartland Chiropractic Associates understand this delicate balance. Their team of experienced chiropractors doesn't just address symptoms, but seeks and finds the root cause. Call and book an appointment today and discover why Heartland Chiropractic Associates has been voted 2 times the best chiropractic clinic in Siouxland.
All right, we're back. Set number 3 coming at us here in Elk Point this evening. Elk Point-Jefferson Huskies against the Viborg-Hurley Cougars. Huskies currently leading 2-0. A couple of cross-country results to let you know about from the Vermilion meet that happened on Monday, so yesterday, from Coach Newhart. In the boys 5K, Mason Marks, 13th place. Dean Harkness was 22nd. In the girls 5K race, Alexis Wall was 27th. In the boys 4K race, Austin Clerks was 2nd. Tanner Neiman was 13th, and Aiden Jansen was 15th. I got a couple more of those to mention, but I'll get those in here in just a little bit once we get a break here. So, first point of the set, just like the first point of set 1 and set 2, goes to the Huskies. Ashley Brewer serving. Popped up by Graves. Outside to Huth. Oh, that kind of looked like it might have gone off the head, possibly, of Natalie Hirtz. She kind of turned around quick. It was a weird-looking hit. It was like the net kind of almost got pulled down in the weird play and kind of zipped over there. Van Orsdal serves. Brewer pops it up for Pede. She'll tip it over. Schwartz to Van Orsdal. Nelson sends that one in the back row to Neerman. Outside to Pede. She sends that ball long. Grace just got that under that one a little bit. She came from that outside position. We saw Kohlbaum do that a few times this evening. Kind of coming from a different angle. Give the defense a little bit of a different look. A little too far under it, though, for Grace. Speaking of getting too far under the ball, that's what looks like what happened there on the Cougar serve. They send that ball out of bounds. Binger checks in. Schmitz is out. Brewer serving for the Huskies. Good swing by Huth. Courtney Brewer was there, but that was a nice hard hit ball for the Cougars that time, and Brewer pops it up, but unfortunately goes off her arms and bounces out towards the back wall, unable to get a second play on the ball. Good pass by Kohlbaum. She sends it outside to Binger off the antenna, it looks like. Cougars leading early in set number 3. Another long serve that time. Brewer sets up Pirates. That's going to be in. Another kill for Natalie. I wouldn't necessarily call it a quiet night for Natalie Pirates, but I feel like I haven't said her name a lot, but, you know, she's just kind of always there. Like she's been most of the season. When you need a big play, here comes Natalie. Good serve by Van Rokel. That ball's an ace. Blair let it go. Thought it was out. Lands just in front of the end line there. Huskies tie it up 4-4. Oh, Nelson pops that ball up. Good swing by Huth. Oh, Neerman pops it up. Long run for Van Rokel. She can't quite get there. Good effort. Gordon now in the front row for the Cougars. Huth serving. Nice pass by Neerman. Outside to Kohlbaum. That went off the hands of the Cougar block. That one set all the way outside to Schwartz. Dig by Van Rokel. Set up to Heiritz, and that ball is in. Just when I said Natalie was having kind of a quiet night. 2 big kills for her in that rotation. Huskies tie it up once again. Natalie will take a seat. Hannah Neerman now serving. Nelson to Van Orsdal. She tips it over. Kohlbaum's there. Back set to Binger. She gets underneath it, sends it up Graves, sets up Nelson. That ball is short, but Brewer's there. Neerman outside to Van Rokel. Oh, off the hands of Blair and then off the face of Charlie Nelson. Nice job by Caitlin Van Rokel. She had to short step that one to get off the ground. When you're attacking from the back row, you got to take off with your feet behind that 10-foot line, and she was dangerously close, but didn't take a full approach, just kind of took the one step, got off the ground, able to get the kill. Roll shot by Kolbaum. Oh, set tight to the net. Gordon tips it into the hands of Ashley Brewer, and the ball lands back over on the Cougar sideline. Another serve for Neerman. Schwartz to Van Orsdale. Set over by Graves. Courtney Brewer back sets to Binger. That ball goes a long ways right into that deep corner. That is about the only spot that Binger could have put that ball. As she kind of got a little close to the antenna, kind of just had to punch it over. And as a defender, when you think the ball flies that far, you think it's going out of bounds. But that was about as long a shot as you can take there. That roll shot for Schwartz lands in the middle of the Husky defense. She'll take the kill. Graves will serve. Van Rokel is there. Set outside to Brewer. Oh, that went off the hands of Gordon, I believe, and then kind of grazed the shoulder of Nelson. I think Gordon got just enough of that ball. It changed the trajectory, and Nelson unable to make the adjustment. Good serve that time for Binger. Peterson pops it up. Run down by Nelson. Sent over by Gordon. Binger to Brewer. And that's a kill for Ashley Brewer. It's the first time tonight we've seen her run that kind of little swing play there and able to actually not go over the center line. So way to make the adjustment for Ashley Brewer. Brewer sets up Brewer on the quick that time. Great spot, good read. Might have actually been a little miscommunication between Courtney and Ashley there. Ashley was a little slow on getting there. I think Courtney wanted her there a little quicker, so she just kind of flipped it over, but it works nonetheless. Schwartz sets up Nelson. Van Rokel with the dig. Outside to Kolbaum, and that's a kill. There we go. Once again, that line is open. It's one of the most vulnerable spots. You know, kids have a tendency to try and hit the ball cross court. That's kind of a more natural motion. Huskies doing a good job taking advantage of that back corner. And that'll be an ace for Maddie Binger. 7-point lead for the Huskies. And that ball goes out past the end line. Cougars get the ball back. Schmitz for Binger. Skonhav for Blair on the Cougar side. Schwartz will serve. Oh, that ball is short. Schmitz dove in there late. From the sound of that one when it came off her hand, it sounded weird. I don't think she hit that one square or clean, and that barely cleared the net. So Schwartz got the ace that time. See what she comes back with. This one a little further. Van Rokel's there. Brewer sets outside to Brewer, and that is a kill for Ashley Brewer. Peed checks back in. Van Rokel high-fiving her teammates, and then she'll sit down. Kolbaum, good serve that time. Nelson to Graves, sent over by Gordon. Neerman to Brewer, pushed outside to Peed. That went off the hands of Gordon that time. Peterson sets outside to Skonhav. Oh, Brewer, she tries to go to that back corner. Nice dig by Graves. Schwartz will send that ball over to the Husky side. Outside to Grace Peed, off the hands of the block of Gordon. in front of a diving Charlie Nelson. Kill for Pede. Point for the Huskies. Kohlbaum to serve. Schwartz sends that ball tight to the net, tipped over. Good diving save by Schmitz. Oh, and the second hit there kind of goes astray. Grace Pede has to run it down, but the ball goes off the antenna, which is out of bounds. Gordon sits down. Charlie Nelson will serve. Back in the front row for the Cougars is Addison Huth. Good pass by Schmitz, sent over by Brewer. Good block that time by Brewer to keep the ball on her side. Courtney tried to catch the Cougar defense sleeping there a little bit, but they did a good job reacting to it, just unable to hit the ball back over. Good block by the Huskies. Heiritz back in the front row. Ashley Brewer serving. Oh, Heiritz punches it up. Set outside to P. That one off of the block. Back set to, Peterson. That was a long run for her. She hits the ball into the net and then crashes into the net herself. Huskies were trying to get a sub in. They didn't quite get there in time. Ashley Brewer continuing to serve. Nelson over to Pede. She pops that ball up. Brewer to Kohlbaum, just sends it over to the Cougar side. Tipped over by Graves. Brewer sets outside to Pede. She'll go cross court in front of Schwartz. Now the Huskies will get their sub. Number 17, Elise Fornia, checking in the game, replacing Grace Pede. Nelson to Graves, sets up Huth, sends it over to Kohlbaum, pushes it up to the net. Back set that time to Heiritz, dig by Schwartz. Long run for Nelson, she pushes it over. Kohlbaum to Brewer, outside to Fornia, off the hands of the Cougar block. Popped up, looks like Schmitz will get a swing on it. Nice spot. Nelson is there, but she sends that ball into the net. Cougar is unable to make a play on it. Sarah Schmitz will get herself a kill for the evening. 19-9. Husky lead now. Graves tips that ball over. Schmitz to Brewer to Fornia. Good dig that time by the Cougars. Nelson sends that ball very deep. Kohlbaum is there. She pushes it up. Ashley Brewer from the front row. Ashley Brewer from the back row that time. And that's a kill. Off the hands of Nelson. Another substitution on the Husky side. Number 2, Skylar Stein checks in, replacing Bentley Kohlbaum. Nelson to Graves. She pushes outside to Huth. That ball goes out past the end line. Looks like we have a substitution on the Husky side. Looks like we're going to issue the timeout first. Cougars will take a timeout. We'll take a timeout. Be back right after this.
All the best sports shows, all the best games on 101.5 FM and 1570 AM for your college sports, University of South Dakota. For NHL coverage, Minnesota Wild. For NBA coverage, Minnesota Timberwolves. For MLB coverage, Chicago Cubs. And the best games in both college and the pros with the ESPN Radio featured games. Never miss out on the action.
All right, we are back. Huskies leading 21-9 and here in set number 3. All right, now we got everybody back on the court. Now we will have our substitution. Checking into the game, number 12, Molly Gary. She will replace Ashley Brewer. And Gary back to serve. She sends that ball deep to Peterson. That ball's tipped over. Schmitz to Brewer, outside to Fornia. Big swing off the hands of the Cougar block. Peterson tries to set that ball, and she'll get called for a lift. Another sub now for the Huskies, number 18, Jillian Vandevet, replacing Natalie Heiritz. It's nice Coach Loyling can get some of these younger kids in, see a little bit of action here. Good swing by Peterson. That ball goes in, deep corner. All right, more subs here. Number 6, Paige Jacobs, replacing Courtney Brewer. Van Orsdal serving. Stein to Jacobs to Vandevet, and Vandevet will get the kill. The bench erupts in cheers that time. Big smile on the face of Jillian Vandevet after that. Binger back in the game, replaces Sarah Schmitz. Oh, a little bit of a confusion with all the substitutions. We took the captain off the floor. You just got to make sure you get a floor captain out there. So they said to clarify who that now was. In the meantime, Paige Jacobs with the ace. She brings us to match point, 24-10 here in set number 3. Oh. Gotta have a shoe tie. All right, here we go. Paige Jacobs serving once again. Sends that ball out of bounds. Blair will check back in for the Cougars. She'll head back to the service line. Stein to Jacobs, outside to Binger. She sends it over, dug by Nelson. Then Orsdell to Schwartz. That ball will go into the net. Huskies will win set number 3. Huskies will win the match 3-0. We'll take a commercial break and be back to wrap things up here on Fuller Digital Solutions.
Quality care close to home. That's Horizon Healthcare in Elk Point. For immunizations and well child visits to family health, we're right here for all ages with convenient hours and timely appointments. Local care for you and your family makes life easier with less travel, greater personal attention, and overall wellness for life. That's Horizon Healthcare's Elk Point Community Health Center.
Welcome to Rooted Boutique, a contemporary women's and men's clothing store with 2 locations in Northwest Iowa, Holstein and downtown Sioux City. When you walk through our Rooted doors, it's all about you. Browse our collection of women's styles from cut from the cloth denim, Dolce Vita, and Steve Madden footwear. Find a unique dress for your next event or a business casual look for work. Shop menswear from 7 Diamonds, Liverpool, and Mizzen in Maine, and be dazzled by our exclusive Stone and Druzy jewelry line. Visit one of our Rooted stores and experience our lounge-style dressing rooms and personal styling services, or visit us online at shoprootedinstyle.com.
All right, we're back here to wrap things up in Elk Point this evening. Huskies win 3-0. Set scores 25-12, 25-15, and 25-11. C and JV teams also picked up victories this evening, so it's a clean sweep for the Huskies over the Viborg-Hurley Cougars. The next action on Fuller Digital Solutions will be Friday as the Husky football team travels to Tri-Valley. I was going to say the name of a town, but Tri-Valley isn't even really a town. It's out in the middle of the country. So they will be traveling to Tri-Valley to take on the Mustangs in what should be a very good matchup. Tri-Valley is highly rated. Huskies highly rated. Should be a good competitive game. That will be brought to you here on Fuller Digital Solutions, so make sure you tune in. The next action for the Husky volleyball team will be on Saturday as they travel to the Northwestern tournament. Now, not Northwestern as in Orange City, the Northwestern as in the Northwestern Wildcats, which is up in the northwest area of the state. The tournament will actually be held in Redfield. I do not have the times of when and who they play, but that will not be broadcast on Fuller Digital Solutions. So next volleyball action will be next week, for the Huskies here on Fuller Digital Solutions, but good luck to the Husky football team on Friday and the volleyball team on Saturday. The cross-country team also runs in the conference cross-country meet on Thursday, I believe at 10 a.m. Early start time for those cross-country runners on Thursday because of D-Days and everything else going on in Vermilion. So thanks for watching here this evening as the Huskies pull off the sweep. On behalf of myself, Kristen Hansen, producer Caroline Raymond, thanks for watching.